All right, guys, the Google Hangout is went live. We've got about 30 seconds before we get the call started. I'm going to unmute the line. Feel free to announce your name, where you're calling from, while you're grabbing something to take some notes with.
All participants are unmuted.
Macon is in the house. Thanks for joining us. All right. Houston, Texas, thanks for joining us. All right, Jersey, Columbus. Costa Rica, thanks for joining us. All right, love Wilmington.
This is nuts.
Who's going to be the last person to represent their city? All right.
They can unmute themselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on tonight's team. We got a great and very valuable call lined up. Let me turn these chimes off because all right, there you go. It was messing my ADD up. Okay, so if you're on the admin line and on Google Hangouts, if you would turn down the volume of your computer just a little bit. It's causing some reverb or whatever. I can hear myself. That's also messing me up. All right, so guys, as you can see, I'm easily distracted. My name is Austin Zulauf out of Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome to tonight's Tuesday training call. We've got a great call lined up for you guys. So this call is basically the call that, hey, if you just got started, you just got started with the network marketing profession, we're going to give you a few steps. Tim Gonzalez, I've got one of our top income earners from Direct Sellers Wine Club with us tonight. And, you know, this young lady is just the profession. We're very blessed to have her. We're going to get to hear from her in just a second. Right now, she's on live Google Hangout. Hey, Tim, if you would, just for the folks that are on the live video for us, if you would just say hi real quick.
Woohoo!
Hey, hey.
I am so excited to be here.
Yeah. Hey, guys, she stepped away from an event, a packed house, to be with us on this call tonight. So just what she stepped away from is proof that you need to be listening to what she has to say. So tonight, we're going to train as if you had never done anything in network marketing before. You had never heard of network marketing. You had no idea what you're doing. This call is for that brand new person, and we're going to show you exactly what you need to do. And we're going to keep it very simple. Exactly what you need to do to get your business off the ground and running and profitable. Okay, ASAP. So this will be a really good call. I think that a lot of people get a lot of value. Hopefully, you got something to take notes with. We're going to go ahead and get started. Okay. So I've got just a couple tips for you. Okay. First tip I've got for you is make your list of 200 plus names. Now, you know 200 people. Everyone on this call does. Phone contacts and pull up all those names, you know 200 or more. Now, some people will say, well, you don't need to talk to 200 people, sponsor 4 or 5 people. Well, that's true. Here's the reason why you write out 200 plus names, okay? When you see all of those names, the first thing you need to know is in network marketing, you need to have good posture. What is posture? Posture is the weakness people sense in you or the strength people sense in you. I was speaking with a young man in Connecticut not long ago, and I asked him if he had made his list. And he said, yeah, I wrote down 17 names of people. And I said, wow, the pressure must be intense. Because what if 1 or 2 people say no? Then, you know, that's, you know, a chunk of your list right there. So the reason why you have 200 plus is so you can act with a sense of urgency when you're talking to folks, and you can appear to be busy, because you are, what you're going to do is what you're doing is appearing to be important, which it is, and that's going to keep you in control, which you need to be. Remember those three phrases: busy, important, and in control. People relate being busy with being successful. Okay, so you have to act with a sense of urgency. Soon will, some won't, so who's next? That's the mentality. You need people. You don't need one person. If you have a list of more people, physically, you're looking at this list and you see all these people, you're not going to worry about that one person. No means next. You're moving on, right? You know, in door-to-door, business-to-business sales, we used to say, hey, if they're not buying, I'm flying. You know, remember that person, put them on, keep them on your list, come back to them at a later date. The fortune is in the follow-up, but you need to make that list of 200 plus names. Now, if you don't have 200, you have 100, or whatever the case may be, you know, hey, it is what it is, that's fine. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But 200 plus, that's what we're trying to do. And I'll tell you this before I move on to the next step. Whenever I signed up, first thing in Direct Sellers Wine Club, I made a list of 600 people that I wanted to talk to. I pulled up my social media, I hand wrote everybody out, and then the next day, Thursday, I joined. On Friday, I began attacking that list. I went to work. I was contacting folks. I had a mission. So make your list, all right? And you want to reach out to people. Unless you're Oprah, you're not going to get a whole lot of traction if you just put a general post on social media. Okay, you want to reach out to people individually. All right, the next tip I have for you is peak interest, not satisfied interest. So you've made your list, okay, and you want to reach out to these folks and you want to say something to pique their interest. I was talking to Tina yesterday about this. You know, I was saying, you know, people ask me, well, what do I say? Well, you had a conversation before, am I right? Have a conversation with this person, say something interesting, okay? You don't have to be a genius and come up with something magical off the top of your head. That's not what you need. Have a conversation with them. You're spreading the message. You know, McDonald's and Walmart, they pay tens of millions of dollars to put a billboard and put an ad on the radio and put a commercial on TV. We're the billboards, you know what I'm saying? So let's get a good message out there that's interesting. Peak interest, not satisfy interest. Now, what do I mean by that? So once you've got their interest peaked, okay, and in door-to-door sales, we used to say less is more at the door, right? Okay, with this, okay, you want to say just enough to get them interested. Less is more, okay, just enough to get them interested. And then you want to be too busy to satisfy that interest. You want to point them towards the information. Okay? You want to point them towards the information. What do I send them? I send them my replicated website, okay, which is your company website, directsellers.com/whatever you use it. And I tell them to go to the DC Opportunity tab. And if they want to check out the comp plan, it's at the bottom. I send them the 2-minute video of Vegas because it's exciting, it's interesting, and I send them the 5-minute testimonial video. I send all this in a text message, and it's not very long. Okay, and the testimonial video, so they get to hear from a bunch of different people. You know, they can relate with anyone in that, you know, at least one person in that video. So peak interest, not satisfy it. Write this down if you're taking notes, which you should be. You're the messenger, not the message, okay? You're the messenger, not the message, okay? You just pique their interest, point them towards the information. Now, you want to appear excited and happy, okay? But you don't want to appear desperate either, okay? Remember, you need people. You don't need any one person. So definitely appear enthusiastic about what you're doing, and you can be because you could be that person year from now, $10,000 a week or better. Okay, get excited when you begin with the end in mind. Okay, so remember this too about piquing interest. We spend about 70% of our time in this profession piquing interest. Keep it simple too. Duplication, and write this down. This is a cool little saying. Duplication starts the moment you prospect someone. Okay, duplication starts the moment you prospect someone. Okay, so whatever you do, they think they'll have to do. All right, so you want to keep it very simple. Keep your message pure. Keep it simple. And just realize that with peak interest, point them towards the information. And then step 3, okay, or my third tip rather, is follow up. The fortune is in the follow-up. What I do is I set an appointment to follow up before I even send them information. And this is how I do that. And I've got about another 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm gonna pass it over to the team. I want to explain the process of piquing interest, passing them towards the information, and following up, and what you do in the follow-up. Okay, so let's say that I'm talking to John. I'm reaching out to John. I'm like, hey, John, what's up, man? It's been forever. What you been up to? Great. How's business? What new business projects are you working on? Okay, cool. Well, the reason why I asked is because I don't know if you were following profession to focus on my training companies. And then a few months after I was retired, my buddy PJ hit me with something. He called me up and he told me about the first ever premium wine membership club of its kind in the direct selling space. Cleverly enough, they direct sellers like the wine sellers. And so here I am with John, right? And I'm going to tell him like a quick 2-minute, maybe 2.5 minutes, something to pique his interest. Okay, I'm going to tell him about the explosive growth, the 2,000 people in Vegas. We're launching a new country. It's going to be more exciting. All this stuff, okay? And then I'm going to use the if I would you concept. All right? If you're writing things down, you should be writing this down. If I would you. If I were to send you some information about it, at least take a look at it until the honest opinion. By the way, guys, there's a few different ways you can word if I were you concept. That's really passive. Okay, so for the beginners, I'd recommend this. If I were to send you some information about it, would you at least look at it and give me your honest opinion? You know, I'm really excited. It may or may not be for you. It's certainly for me and my family. Phrases like this. Now, you know, with me, I just tell folks, hey, if I were to send you the information, when would you get a chance to check it out? All right, sense of urgency. So it could, you know, you can word it however you want, but if I would you. Okay, and if they say 8 o'clock, I'm going to say, okay, I'm actually busy at that time, but I promise you, I'll carve out some time in my schedule to make certain I follow up with you. What do you say, 9, does 9 work, or would in the morning work better? Let's say in the morning, I say great time, you know. So I schedule a time and then I send them the information. Okay? And here's what I say once I've done that. I say, now, John, I'm extremely busy, but I promise you, I'm going to carve out some time in my schedule to make certain I give you a call. Are you positive you're by then and not working? The reason why I do that is because I want to hold John accountable. I want him to hold himself accountable. And that's going to increase my percentage of people that actually answer the phone whenever I follow up. Okay, so whenever I follow up, I got 3 questions. All right. So I call John. I'm like, hey, John, what's up, brother? Hey, man, listen. Hey, did you get a chance to check out that information I sent you? You did? Great. Hey, what do you like best about what you saw? Yeah, I like that too. That's one of my favorite things. What else? Okay, great. Hey, listen. What kind of questions did you have about what you saw? And it really doesn't matter what John says, because all I'm going to say in response, he says, you know, well, I have a question about the, you know, what kind of wines that you get. Whatever the case may be. You know what? That's a great question. I'd be curious what my partner, Nina Moore, has to say about that. Nina actually made over $500,000 in the first year and a half that she was in her last company. She's setting records over here. She's the #1 recruiter in the company, over 140 some odd personal. She's on fire. Published author, great woman. Hold on 1 second. Don't hang up. I'm going to see if she's available. I'm going to introduce you. We'll ask her. 1 second. And then I click over Nina. It's the Nina show after that. I introduce them and I shut up. I go on mute. Done. You don't have to know everything. You just have to know the people that do. So all you got to do is pique interest, point to the information, follow up, 3-way call. That is the duplication process. That is how to keep it easy and simple. Now, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine, a young lady out of Medina, Ohio. Medina, I don't even know how to pronounce it, you know, but I went up there and there's some great people up there. Joe and Tina Gonzalez are phenomenal young individuals, and they're students of the profession. Tina is one of the top income earners of Direct Sellers Wine Club. Her biggest check so far has been over $9,000 in one single week. You need to listen to her. So she's got some golden nuggets. I'm going to be taking notes myself. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Tina Gonzalez. Tina, the call, the hangout, everything, it's all yours.
Thank you so much, Austin. I appreciate you having me on. Excuse the background here. I am literally, Austin called me today, and when Austin called, you just say yes, whatever he says. And he asked me if I could be on this call, and I'm like, dude, I've got a house full of people. We're having a wine tasting tonight. There's like 25 people downstairs hooting and hollering. I'm hiding in the guest bedroom, but I just think the subject is so important, so I'm honored to be here. You guys, what Austin just laid down on you was all of the wisdom bombs, how to get people in. And what I wanted to add value to here is, then what, right? You have a new business partner that is on board with you, and you have the most magnificent opportunity for them to level the playing field. I love this because it doesn't matter if you are a blue-haired grandma who's 52 years old with 3 grandchildren, who has no college education, who failed accounting. I say I failed accounting, but now I'm accounting my blessings. It doesn't matter if you have a PhD, whatever, wherever you are in life, it doesn't matter. Network marketing, this opportunity with direct sellers levels the playing field for everybody. So what my folks want to know is, Tina, how do you and Joe get duplication so heavy, so deep, so quickly? And I say, you know what? It's just a matter of keeping it simple. People ask me, Tina, are you doing these Facebook ads? Are you doing a funnel? Are you doing this or that and the other thing? And I'm not saying those things are wrong. I'm just saying I'm old and I like to keep it simple because I know what duplicates. And what duplicates is simple, easy breezy. So Austin, let me ask you this. If I were to role play with you and share with you how I can teach my business partners the most important income producing activity. I don't care if they want to know about reading the policies and procedures or reading the manuals, studying the comp plan, watching videos to train. I'm like, I don't know about all that. All I know is you told me that you came into business, you wanted to make some money, and I'm going to teach you the income producing activity. If I role play with you, would you just follow along with me, Austin?
It'd be my honor.
Awesome, awesome. All right, let's do this thing. So I can teach the income producing activity to my brand new partners in less than 5 minutes. All right, so this is what we do. Let's say, Austin, now mostly I do my stuff on social media. I live out on 9 acres in funky cold Medina, and I'm just sitting back here in the country, so I do most of my stuff on social media, copying and pasting in private message. But let's just say you and I met up for lunch, and I'm just going to do a different kind of thing here. So we're at lunch, and the whole lunch, we're just like small talk, how you doing, how's the, whatever, how you feeling about life, what new projects you're working on, and then we have the entire lunch. I don't talk about anything whatsoever business related. I get that check in my hand, and I've already pre-set up with you that I'm in a hurry, because you said busy people are always in a hurry, or successful people are always in a hurry, and I've already told them, listen, I got something going on after this. I got to get out of here. So I have the check in my hand. I'm ready to go. And I'm like, dude, you know what? I totally meant to ask you something. This is kind of like an opportunity / fun question. Do you know anyone who drinks wine?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I drink wine. Absolutely.
Right? I mean, that's a no-brainer. So let me ask you this before I get the heck out of here. If there was a way for you to get your wine for free, or even to build a supplemental income around wine, would you want to hear more about that?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Right? All right, listen, I got to get the heck out of here because I'm meeting up with someone. But when I get on the road, I'm going to just send you over a quick message. If I send you over a link to a video, would you check it out? Let me know what you like best about what you see.
Yeah, I'll do that tonight, no doubt.
Perfect. All right. I'm going to follow up with you first thing in the morning. Make sure you watched it. And we're going to learn more about what you like. And we'll call it a day. All right. I got to run. So peace out, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Right? That is the income producing activity. And you've already talked about that in your message. My partners, once they come on board, I do not want them to get frozen up. I want to teach them the income producing activity, the one thing produce income, and the way that we have in like 160 days more than I think we crossed the 3,100 plus business partners in 160 days, and this opportunity is because we keep it simple. We keep it simple, and that it is something that absolutely everyone can do. It doesn't matter what your fear level is. It doesn't matter what your education is. It doesn't matter if you're tall, if you're short, if you're chubby, if you're thin. Anyone can do what I just did. So let me ask you something, Austin. Could you do what I just did with a brand new person if you were onboarding someone? If I wasn't even here, can you see yourself doing what I just did with you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that.
To do that, you didn't have to know anything about the compensation plan. You didn't have to know anything about policy, procedure, legalities, any of those things. You could just simply invite someone to take a look at a video, right?
Yeah, that was easy.
You want to make some money with me?
Let's make some money.
Honestly, I keep it that simple. My partners want to ask me other things, and I keep dialing them back in. And the important thing when your team grows to 3,000 plus, and you're asked to come onto business calls and share your secret sauce. Everyone thinks there's something secret about it, and you and I were talking about that today. There's no secret sauce. Hashtag eat the chocolate, right? So there's no secret sauce. The secret sauce is that our top producers on our team are willing to go through that process either live or in private message more than anybody else. That's the secret sauce. All of our top producers do exactly that. They just happen to do it more than anyone else. They didn't start off with a list of 17, much like Austin. When Joe and I started, we had a list of over 500 people, and we put our heads down and we went at this like a junkyard dog. Around the clock, we were picking up the phone, we were inviting, we were talking, we were pacing the floors. We were so excited about this opportunity, and we continue to be so, because there will never be an opportunity. There'll never be a window of time like we have right now. This is land grab time, baby, and we are letting our partners know. You invite your friends, or someone else will, and it'll probably be me, because I'm going to Aruba. I think that pretty much wraps it up. I do have this one quote, and you know, I think anyone listening to this call has a level of want and desire and hunger that most people don't. So I'm going to share with you a quote. If you're on this call, you have something that a lot of people don't, a desire, a hunger. And here's what, most people, their chief want in life is someone who will inspire them to be what they already know they can be. So I want to do a call to action right now with you all and say, instead of being that person, like most folks, instead of being the person that needs to be inspired, I want to do a call to action and ask you, will you choose right now, as of today, to be the inspirer, to own up, to rise up to your potential, to this light that is within you, and shine bright and be the inspirer to the masses who are looking for someone to inspire them to be what they already know they can be. Drop by.
Nice. Man, I'll tell you what, too, I love it. I love everything. I love your energy. I love you and Joe. Y'all are tremendous people. Definitely leaders in the profession, not just a leader in Direct Sellers Wine Club. So thank you so much for everything that you shared. And, you know, guys, it doesn't really get much easier than that. So I want to close out the call by saying this, you know, a good idea is meaningless unless acted upon. And there's nothing more common, and this is very unfortunate, but there's nothing more common than someone that has a lot of potential and doesn't use it. Please don't be that person. You know, Tina said at the end there, you know, be that person that inspires, you know, rather than waiting to be inspired. Now, I'll leave you with this thought. Whenever you sign up to be in network marketing, you're a leader now. That's what it is. That's the job description, leader. If you're not ready for it, that's fine. I wasn't ready to be a father. But once you become a father, doesn't matter if you're ready for it, you're a father. You signed up in network marketing you're there. You've got an opportunity. There's folks making over $1 million a month in this profession. There's crappy fathers, there's horrible mothers, but there's really good ones too. You got this baby, which is your business. You can raise it to be a strong, well-educated, solid business, you know, or you know, it could be less than the desirable citizen. You know? So anyway, thank you so much for getting on the call tonight. Thank you for getting on the Google Hangout if you're joining us live. And Tina, thank you so much for everything you do. It was lucky to have you. Go ahead and get back to your party. I know you've got a house full of people right now, and I just appreciate everything you guys do. And tell Joe I said hi too. I love you guys.
Okay. So honored. Thank you so much for having us. We'll go have a glass of wine for you now.
All right, please do. I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tina.